The year was 1973. A film dared to terrify audiences in a way they had never experienced before. That film was The Exorcist. It unleashed a wave of terror across the globe. People fainted in theaters, unable to handle the sheer intensity of the scenes. Some claimed to be possessed themselves, adding to the film's eerie reputation. It became a cultural phenomenon, sparking conversations and debates everywhere. William Friedkin's masterpiece tapped into something primal, something deep within our collective psyche. It explored the darkest corners of our beliefs, delving into themes that were both terrifying and thought-provoking. The Exorcist wasn't just a horror movie. It was a cultural earthquake, shaking the foundations of what we thought horror could be. It challenged our understanding of faith, fear, and the very nature of evil itself. The film's power lay in its simplicity, in its ability to evoke fear with minimalistic yet effective imagery. It told a timeless story, one that resonated with audiences across generations. It was a story of good versus evil, a battle that has always fascinated humanity. But it did so with an unflinching rawness that shocked and captivated audiences, leaving them breathless. The Exorcist wasn't afraid to cross lines, to push boundaries and challenge norms. It wasn't afraid to show us the face of true terror, making it a landmark in the history of horror cinema. The story centers on Chris McNeil, a successful actress living in Georgetown with her daughter, Reagan. Chris is at the peak of her career, enjoying the fruits of her labor, and their home is filled with laughter and love. Their world is one of privilege and normalcy. They have everything they could ever want, and their days are filled with joy and routine. But something is deeply wrong. An unsettling presence begins to creep into their lives, casting a dark shadow over their happiness. Reagan begins to exhibit strange and disturbing behavior. What starts as minor oddities soon escalates into something far more sinister. Her innocence is corrupted by a malevolent force. The once sweet and playful child now seems to be under the influence of something dark and evil.
My daughter is not herself anymore. It's as if she's been replaced by someone or something else. I don't know what's happening to her. Every day she seems to slip further away from me, and I feel powerless to stop it.
Enter Father Merrin, a seasoned exorcist haunted by past battles with evil. He recognizes the signs immediately and knows the gravity of the situation. He has seen this darkness before. The memories of his previous encounters with demonic forces haunt him, but he knows he must face it once more. He knows what they are facing is not merely illness, but something ancient and demonic. This is a battle against an evil that has existed for centuries. Then there's Father Damien Karras, a psychiatrist grappling with his own crisis of faith. He is torn between his scientific understanding and the supernatural events unfolding before him. He is thrust into a nightmare. The line between reality and the supernatural blurs, challenging everything he believes in. He is forced to confront the limits of his understanding. His faith and his sanity are pushed to the brink as he delves deeper into the mystery.
I can't explain what I'm seeing. It's like nothing I've ever encountered in all my years of practice. This is beyond anything I've ever encountered. The very fabric of reality seems to be unraveling around us.
These three characters, each lost in their own way, are drawn together by Reagan's possession. Their paths converge as they unite to save her. They become soldiers in a spiritual war. Each brings their own strengths and weaknesses to the fight, knowing that failure is not an option. They must confront the ultimate evil to save Reagan's soul. The battle ahead is daunting, but they are determined to face it together, no matter the cost. Reagan's transformation is the stuff of nightmares, a haunting metamorphosis that chills the soul. The once innocent child becomes a vessel for something monstrous, a dark force that consumes her entirely. Her voice deepens into a guttural rasp, echoing with an otherworldly menace that sends shivers down the spine. Her body contorts in unnatural ways, defying the limits of human anatomy, creating a spectacle of horror. Her face, twisted in demonic rage, becomes an image of pure terror, a visage that haunts the darkest corners of the mind.
Why are you doing this to me? Leave me alone! The plea echoes in the eerie silence, amplifying the horror.
Linda Blair's performance as Regan is nothing short of iconic, a masterclass in portraying pure, unadulterated fear. She embodies the innocence of childhood corrupted by evil, a stark contrast that heightens the horror. Her performance is raw, visceral, and utterly convincing, drawing the audience into the nightmare. Her descent into madness is both terrifying and heartbreaking to witness, a journey into the abyss of horror. The special effects, groundbreaking for their time, bring to life the horrors of Regan's possession, making the supernatural tangible. The makeup, the prosthetics, the contortions of her body all serve to create a truly unforgettable and terrifying image of evil, a testament to the artistry of horror filmmaking. Doctors are baffled. They subject Regan to a battery of tests, but find no medical explanation for her horrifying condition. Chris, desperate and terrified, turns to the one power that might remain: faith.
Please, someone help us. I don't know what else to do.
Father Karras, initially skeptical, is drawn into Regan's case. He witnesses firsthand the limits of his psychiatric training. He sees the undeniable presence of something beyond scientific understanding.
This isn't just a medical issue. There's something else at play here.
We've run every test imaginable. There's no medical reason for what's happening to her.
And so they turn to faith to confront the unimaginable and to fight the ultimate battle between good and evil.